like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that, but a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gonna make you.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff.
The numbers for Hogan from a week ago: 23 carries, 116 yards.
So coming off the opener where they established the run and established it well, their goal is to make sure that the trend continues and to serve notice to the rest of the league that they might be a run-first team.
On second down now, it's Hogan, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. On play action, Vic. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
They'll run on first down. Hogan. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Vic. Roberts has it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
Go now.
No gain on the dump off. It's second down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
50, plant. 56. Watch the screen. Pass. Check out. Read. 5.
On second down, it's Hogan. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Vick now. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far. Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Vick to throw it, and he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check. Crouch.
Throwing again. Fields. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We'll look now at our starting defense. They enter this one down to the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Watch the curve.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 55 yards.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. On third down, Fields. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Check, walk 54, walk 54. Know your job.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Let's go, Spike.
So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Hogan. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Let's go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Let's go.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
On 2nd and 11 now. Vick. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Third and short yardage. Vick. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got the first down. Yardage before being taken down at midfield. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, it's Hogan. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Ready. 51's the mark. I don't think you got it, son. 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
The Rams on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. Now here's Vick. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily none.
Off the play fake. Fields. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing on third and long. Fields. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. On 2nd down now, it's Hogan. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
We play to win. Let's go.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Let's go, D.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Vick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Here we go.
That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. 2 1st downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Vick. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this 1st half. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed him for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the 1st half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Fields. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Fields. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, Fields. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. To throw, Vick. It's caught. Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So on fourth down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
That's complete to Whitaker. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Back to throw. Fields. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And his kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. This will be the final play of the half. Vick. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Fields. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. With a quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes. 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
There's a little bit of defense right there. Nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They just snuffed out every route that was going. Quarterback never got rid of the football.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Here's Vick. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. With it is Brown. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Off the play fake. Fields. He may try and run for this. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
A check of the scoreboard there in the 3rd in Baltimore. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here.
56, check 56.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. He's got Smith here. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. They'll run on 1st down. Hogan. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. It's a play fake. Now Vick. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Vick. And this one complete to Smith. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Steps away. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Let's go, defense.
Off play action. Fields. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Let's go.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't. Not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hogan. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Vic readies to throw. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Back to throw. Vic. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Vic. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And, Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is right down the middle. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Fields. And an alley to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision, a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Throwing on 1st down. Fields. And he will find his man on the outside.
Easy work.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 12-yard line.
Check. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A drive that time of 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Eagles have recovered. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic, but downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On the move to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Second and 5. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Fields. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On first and 10, Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick, and that's caught. It's Hogan. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Vick. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams 1st down. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Looking to throw. Vick. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. To throw again on 2nd down. Vick.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. On fourth down, Vic. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game tied fourth quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game fourth quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. A gain of 6 there on first. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. From the left side, it's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
On first down, Hogan. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hogan. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
Break. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Rip left, rip left.
Vic. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And now a carry here for their fullback. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They've now produced 3-yard gains on 3 straight plays. Leads us to 4th down. I know they may want to go for this, but the smart play probably to punt it, even given the field position, right? In a sense, you honor what they've done all game. And this is a defense that's held the score down, kept it tight, kept you right in it, and they're really jonesing for one more shot. Give it to them. Let them play defense for you and give you a better chance to win the game. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here for the 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over. Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off? Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season. It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Vic operating on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Vic now. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll keep it on the ground. Hogan. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, it's Hogan. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back. Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it? The Eagles offense back out onto the field. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. To throw on 2nd down. Fields going down the middle, and It's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun.
That's where you belong.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Whitaker. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Off the play fake. Fields. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, Fields. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Eagles send out their punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Vick to throw it. And open here is Hogan. He's got it. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. On third down, Vick out of the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs.